What's good, guys, and welcome back to All United PNG. Another match review, guys. 3-0 win against Brighton this morning. What more could we ask for, guys? A stern performance, clean sheet, goals, good performance over the park. Players got minutes in. Pretty stern, pretty good performance all around. All right, guys. Let's break this down. So 3 goals this morning, guys. 2 from Bruno Fernandes and 1 from Mason Greenwood, guys. Now, let's talk about those goals separately, guys. Now, the first one from Mason Greenwood, trademark onto his left foot, step over, then onto his left foot, then pulls the left foot back. Boom. That's going one place, guys. And as soon as I saw him do that, as soon as I saw him in that position, receive the ball, turn, and attack, I just had a feeling that was going to be a goal, guys. And yes, I was right. Like always, it was a goal. And Mason Greenwood takes his goal tally for the season up to 13 goals in his first full senior season as a Manchester United senior player. Now, guys, that is fantastic for someone his age. I'm pretty sure no other teenager in the league has more goals than him, or like it's even close, guys. And that's just another testament of how Ollie's been working with the youth, and how good Mason Greenwood is. Basically, guys, this guy's got a killer left foot, and that was like so Robin van Persie-esque. Honestly, guys, that was fantastic to see, and he gives us way better options and a lot more than Daniel James, I gotta say. Even though we understand Daniel James coming out from the championship, that doesn't take away from what he's done or what his capabilities are. But I just feel that Mason Greenwood is more all rounder. He's more rounded off and is more complete in a sense. But yes, guys, Mason Greenwood got back on the score sheet, and guys, the Portuguese Magnifico Bruno Fernandes with 2 goals this time. 2 goals this time. The first one was a sort of deflected shot, but it was still on target, so he can count that one as his. And the second one, guys, was a beautiful counter-attacking goal. Now, guys, like we've seen a few of those goals this season, but like I'm pretty sure from when Harry Maguire headed the ball out to Bruno Fernandes scoring the goal, it took 12 seconds for that whole transition to happen, guys. Now, that is some crazy stuff like that. We haven't seen patterns like that, like boom, 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 in a while, guys. Or as far as I can remember, since Sir Alex Ferguson. But guys, it's just great to see a Manchester United type goal, and that's really what Manchester United goals. That's as good as they get, when you think about Manchester United. You think about quick counter-attacking goals, or like boom, 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 pass, goal, or crosses in. And it's different, like when you talk about Liverpool type goals or Manchester City type goals, you always have this image in your head of how these teams score goals. And Manchester United, I honestly like vision goals like that, and that's what they've been doing for fucking how many years. That's part of their history, and that's how they score goals, and that's how they attack. So it was great to see something of that, something like that happen. It was good signs for the team, for their progress, and for the fans. We can all be excited and trust in what's going on, what Ollie's doing with the team, guys, because definitely heading in the right direction. Yes, guys, so this game was way better than the hiccup we had at Norwich, guys. Even though we won, it feels like we took a step back. But guys, that was evident, and we saw that with the lineup today, a stronger team lineup this morning. I think Ollie definitely put his best 11 out on the pitch today, and definitely got the job done, guys. I gotta say, 100 times better than the Norwich performance. So yeah, guys, individual performances all around the field, from the back to the front. Even though we'll speak of some players who I feel didn't really do as good as they should have, the majority of the team put in a good shift, got the job done, guys. It was good to see more of that link-up play in our midfield, and with the front three. Although I can't remember much movement with the front three and like running behind the line, but just that passing and moving play, Mason Greenwood, Rashford coming in, receiving the ball, and spinning players. It was good to see also Tony Marshall getting involved as well. But yes, guys, that link-up play was good. Now, guys, coming into this game, we knew that Brighton were going to let us have that possession. They were going to sit back, sit in their low block and try to catch us on the counter. And the first, I think, 15, 20 minutes of the match, that was evident. You saw that they let us have the ball, they let us play it, and then they try to capitalize on our mistakes. They try to press us a little bit when certain players receive the ball. And I think if they just had a better quality of players, or if they, because it was that if they had continued that pressure they were putting on, or I think that really would have got to our centre backs. But as the match went on, because they let us have the ball so much, we were all good to sit and really get into the groove of things and really dictate play heavily. And guys, we did do that. Most of the possession we had in our midfield, guys, and we were just attacking and creating chances from there, guys. Now, guys, I gotta give a big shout out to Matic again. Nemanja Matic, once again he's come in and he's put in another good shift, screening that back line, make sure play goes forward and is progressive and is always moving forward and is moving fast as well, guys. So Nemanja Matic, once again, he's put in another good shift, guys. Now, the scary thing with this guy is, does he have the legs to play 2-3 games in a week, especially towards the end of the season and with the cup games coming up? So managing Nemanja Matic is really important, because he's a key player. I would say that he's important for us towards the end of the season, because the job he does for us is just, seamless. He does a fantastic job. Screening that back four and making sure that, they have that extra cover. Now, guys, Nemanja Matic this morning had a 93% pass accuracy, guys. That's way better than Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, guys. So he had a total of 89 passes, and out of he completed 83 of those 89 passes, guys. So once again, clean performance. A very professional job done. He also had 91% final third passes, guys. And I think that's one thing I like about Nemanja Matic, is he can find passes that break those lines. As he progresses play up, he can definitely pick out those passes. It reminds me of Michael Carrick and what Michael Carrick used to do so well for the club and for the team. Even though Nemanja Matic, I feel, is a bit more physical in another sense, I still think that he sort of plays that sort of Carrick role in sort of really shooting the passes into the forward's feet. But yes, guys, he did fantastic again. He won 100% of his duels, guys, and 100% of his interceptions as well. Guys, it's fantastic to see from Nemanja Matic. I definitely think that is a spot that we need to buy someone who can fill that spot in, or we need to start grooming someone to cover that spot for Nemanja Matic. I feel that Scott McTominay, even though he's done so great for us before we had the pandemic break, is a bit slow with getting back to his groove and finding sort of his feel again on the pitch. But I think that Scott McTominay would be the first pick for me with that position in covering Nemanja Matic. I think a good rotational play between both of them, or even Fred as well, because we have him, might as well use him. I think that will do well. But guys, definitely for the future, I think we need to bring in someone who is sort of at that level and, is sort of a very, very good quality player. But guys, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Nemanja Matic's performance this morning. Guys, Paul Pogba this morning, he had 2 chances created, 1 assist, 86% pass accuracy. He completed 100% of his tackling, and that was all done in 64 minutes, guys, of play before he was subbed off. Now, guys, we're seeing the stats and the numbers pile up for Paul Pogba. He does so much in the time that he is given on the pitch, and he's very influential, and he was definitely missed the first half of the season. Guys, likewise for Bruno Fernandes, also had a influential game, 1 chance created, 74% pass accuracy. That's like roughly completed 28 out of 38 passes. But again, guys, Bruno Fernandes plays that more advanced role, and he's always looking to shoot and get goals and to create chances in that box, or get goals himself. 3 out of 3 tackling completed, 50% of his duels won. That was done in 64 minutes as well, guys. So these two guys are very influential in the middle of the park, and you could definitely tell the difference. The difference from when they started to when they got subbed off. The players that come in to replace them, yet again, still question marks over them and if they're good enough to play for Manchester United. Guys, ultimately, I think that we know what our first 11 is, or at least we know what our strongest 11 is on paper and on the field, as they showed today. So, guys, I'm really excited, guys, going forward and finishing the rest of the competition, and also looking forward to all these cup games, guys. Now, with like top 4 places coming out for grabs, guys, it is looking very, very tight. Hey, so we'll chat a bit more about that one, guys. But I also got to say, we'll just quickly talk about Harry Maguire and David De Gea today. I guess I feel that for the defensive side of things, they were fantastic. Also, Luke Shaw, got to give credit to him. Even though I didn't see him making a lot of those overlapping runs, he did well going forward and playing very high and also underlapping. I think Luke Shaw could have done a bit more, and I still think Brendan Williams can give Shaw a run for his spot. But yes, guys, those defenders I thought did really well. David De Gea pulled off a couple world-class saves. Again, guys, he didn't have much to do all night, but when he called upon, did fantastic saves, guys, and made sure he deserved that clean sheet. Guys, in the midfield 3, of course, Matic, Pogba, and Fernandes once again pulling the strings. That fluidity, that hopefully we can build a partnership between the 3 of them, or the 2 of them, at least Pogba and Fernandes. But guys, like good players, world-class players, it shouldn't take long for them to sort of build a partnership, because they're that good that it just just works and just gels together really well. Guys, for the forwards, I felt that Rashi and Martial were a bit quiet this morning, but still gave a lot of energy and still put in a good shift. But my standout forward for today was Mason Greenwood, guys, coming home with the goal. The goal celebration as well, we could see that was dedicated to Angel Gomez. Guys, yes, guys, and more on Angel Gomez as well. It's official that from today, he's officially not a Manchester United player, so his contract expired today. 1st of July, guys. So Angel Gomez is no longer a United player. Wish him all the best in the future. All right, guys, and a few of the players I thought that underperformed this morning, I got to point out Victor Lindelof, man. Even though we didn't have much defending to do, even though it seemed like whatever was thrown at us was dealt with well, I just think that Victor Lindelof did not do well with dealing with any of the threats that were thrown at him. He just looked weak beside Harry Maguire, and honestly, I feel that he is the weakest link in our back 4 right now. And I still think that United's search for a centre-back isn't over yet. No wonder we're still being linked to centre-backs because Victor Lindelof just looks frail and fragile. And honestly, I think that Axel Tuanzebe, I don't know what's happening with him, if he's injured or what's going on, but I really think that somebody needs to be pushing Victor Lindelof, because Eric Bailly was in for the last game. First game back, he didn't look that shabby. But honestly, I just hope that we can get somebody in there to keep pushing Victor Lindelof, guys. Yes, guys, so 3-0 win at Brighton, guys. The confidence going into the game for me, I wasn't too confident, to be honest, because recent form at Brighton's home ground wasn't too good for us. So it was a bit iffy, and this was one of the games that we needed to win, and we were sort of favorites to win, but then we usually either come away with a draw or an upset. So getting the early goal really, settled things down. 2-0 up by the 25-minute mark was good, guys, and that was reminiscent of Fergie days, how we score quick, go in there, and we expected to smash teams and just walk over teams, guys, and that was good to see today. It's a big performance, and it's a big game, guys. this Brighton game and the next game as well is even bigger against Bournemouth. So guys, these sort of games, even though they're against top 10 or less, top 10 or below teams, they're still very important in our push for top 4, top 3, guys, because I definitely think that we can really give a good go for top 3. But yes, guys, as we were saying before, Chelsea are looking really strong. Chelsea have just hit some sort of run of form recently, and they're looking good. Their last Premier League outing was at home to Manchester City, where they beat them and ultimately handed Liverpool the title. So yeah, guys, but Leicester City haven't been looking too good. So I honestly feel that if anyone's going to drop out of that top 3, it's going to be Leicester City, and I think it's either out of Chelsea and Manchester United who are going to grab that one. But guys, we're facing Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final, so that will be a good one. We can't get too cocky just yet, because these guys will be out for revenge, and hopefully they haven't learned too much about us. Hopefully Oli has something up his sleeve. Even with our strongest 11, guys, I feel that we still got to go in there. Forget about the record, forget about how many times we've played and beat them this season. Guys, we just got to go in there and wanting to win and just focus on our game. I think it's a huge game, guys, for our title, for a trophy, for hope for a trophy. We're 90 minutes away from an FA Cup final, so we're 180 minutes away from lifting a trophy. So guys, I think it's a massive game in all aspects. Yes, guys, that was it. That was my match preview for this one, guys. Now our next game is against Bournemouth, guys, and that is midnight on Saturday, guys. Sunday early morning, so don't forget to check that one out, guys. I'll be doing another watch along, guys. I did my first one this morning. If you haven't seen that video yet, make sure to go to my YouTube channel and check that one out, guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and remember, if you're new to the channel, turn on that notification bell, guys, and hit the subscribe button, and please don't forget to give the video a like. Thank you so much. I'll catch you in the next one.